So the other day I was driving my car and I received a phone call from a friend, and I answered the phone call using the hands-free and I was like, "Hey," and he was like, "Hi," and I was like, "What's up?" and he was like, "Nothing much, what you doing?" and I was like, "Nothing much, driving my car," and he was like, "Wait, what? You still in a car? I thought you were a minimalist." And I was like, looks like it's time to make a video busting the common myths about minimalism. What is minimalism? Minimalism is removing from your life the things that don't matter so as to make space for the things that do. Minimalism as a lifestyle has been growing in popularity all around the world over the past decade or so. And along with it, so have myths about minimalism. One of the most common untruths I hear about minimalism is that minimalism means getting rid of all of your materialistic stuff. This is probably why my well-meaning friend was shocked that I still owned a car. Because a minimalist is not supposed to own anything anymore. Because being a minimalist means that you absolutely have to get rid of your materialistic possessions. Because being a minimalist means that you must be able to fit all of your worldly possessions into one single backpack and carry that around. I am sure there are some minimalists who live this way, but they are only a small subset. For me, minimalism is intentionally owning those materialistic possessions that make your life simpler. Make your life simpler, thus giving you enough space, freedom and time to really focus on the things that matter to you in your life. So yeah, I'm not about to get rid of my car. My car that helps me get to places that I need to be at while saving me time, energy and effort. The next myth that we will talk about is that minimalism means having no desires or interests anymore. If you are a minimalist, it means you probably don't want anything at all anymore. If you are a minimalist, it means you don't want to spend any money on anything because you have no desires or interests anymore. Minimalism is in fact removing the clutter from your life so that you have more time and more headspace to invest in the things that you're actually interested in. Many of the minimalists that I follow have avid interests and they invest a lot of time and energy in these interests of theirs. For example, one of my desires is to create awesome content on YouTube for you beauties, and I invest in a lot of products that help me do this. In fact, my minimalist home is set up in such a way that it easily facilitates this interest of mine. The third myth that we're going to talk about is that minimalism has a fixed set of rules. Rules like wear only black and white, live in a colorless house, sell all your things and survive only on air. Different people practice minimalism in different ways. No two people's minimalist lifestyles are going to be exactly the same. I mean, this is like saying there is only one right way of making chai. And as an Indian, I know that's simply not true. I mean, there is my way, which is the best way. Just kidding. No, I'm not. And then there are everybody else's ways, but there is no one way of doing it. Depending on which areas of their life one wants to declutter, depending on whether it is physical or mental areas one wants to declutter, different people follow minimalism differently. And that is exactly how it should be. Minimalism is a very fluid concept and we really must not attempt to define it within a box. The fourth myth that we're going to address is that if you're a minimalist, it means you're cheap. You are just a cheap person hiding behind this fancy term called minimalism. You just don't want to spend any money. No. Now I see why it's easy to make this mistake, right? Because minimalism is widely misunderstood to be referring only to physical objects, like decluttering your home or not buying more things. But it is more than that. Minimalism is as mental and spiritual as it is physical. It is a mindset, it is an entire approach to life. And buying lesser things is but one tiny part of it. And it is not because the minimalist does not want to spend any money. They could be spending loads of money on things that they feel add a lot of value to their way of life. And yeah, zero money on things that don't. And the last myth that we're going to address is that minimalists don't really need to earn that much money because, well, they don't really buy anything. I'm a minimalist and I can confirm that it is not okay if my bank balance is zero. I mean, being a minimalist doesn't excuse me from the big ticket spends of today's world. I spend money on food, I spend money on rent, I spend money on water, on electricity, on gas, on petrol, on Wi-Fi, on clothes. Is it a bit concerning that I thought of Wi-Fi before clothes? Personally, do I fret about money? Not as much as is considered normal, I've noticed. But just because I'm minimalist, it doesn't mean it's okay if I don't earn at all or have no money. I mean, I might not go running around spending money on tidbits here and there, but I do have a life to sustain. I've really enjoyed making this video, addressing these common myths about minimalism that I have personally encountered. If you're also a minimalist or are interested in minimalism, do consider subscribing to this channel because we talk a lot about minimalism on this channel. We also make videos about productivity and healthy living on this channel, so you can subscribe if you're in for that. Leave a comment below. Let me know which of these myths about minimalism have you encountered. And I'll see you very soon because I make 2 videos on this channel every week. So until then, you take care, stay safe and be happy. Bye.